r/AskReddit by Redmond Dts. What hints have you given your crush that they missed? In college, the guy I liked was so dense that at one point I was sitting on his lap, damn near straddling him, in nothing but a t-shirt and panties, and he still thought I had zero interest in him. We are married now, by the way. Not me, but my brother was giving a girlfriend, not a girlfriend, a ride home one night. She asked him to pull over so they could talk. She leaned over and put her hand on his stomach. He chuckled, pulled her hand away, and said, "That tickles." Fool had no idea what was going on until he told me how she was acting weird, and I clued him in. First thing the next morning, he cornered her at school and said, "Let me give you another ride." This is a sign I missed. Bunch of high school kids at a friend's swimming pool. Girl said she was cold and said she needed to warm up and cuddled close to me in the pool. I was like, well I'm the smallest person here. I don't have much body heat, sorry. Her friend had to tell me later. In college, I hung out with this guy in my dorm, then walked back to his room together and asked what he wanted to do the rest of the evening, since he mentioned his roommate was out of town. I was 100% dropping hints I wanted to hook up, all through dinner. Dude legit shrugged and said, "Nothing much, I'm probably just gonna play Minecraft with my friends online. Thanks for walking me back." Then closed the door on me. Weirdly enough, he did actually ask me out on a date the next week, but never brought up that exchange, and neither did I. Met this dude at a bar. When he accidentally tripped and ate shit behind me, I ended up wearing whatever drink he had just gotten. He was as apologetic as someone who was completely shit-faced could be. I wasn't that far behind him in that sense. We got to talking, and he basically ended up ditching the friends he was originally with. Anyways, he was cute plus had a sense of humor. When he brought up my soaked through shirt again for the umpteenth time, I basically just went for it and was like, "Hey, it's no big deal, but it'd be real nice if you came back with me and helped me take it off." Get back to my place, he ends up sitting on my bed. I ended up straddling him on his lap. Could blatantly tell he was really into things from certain reactions, but he still wasn't doing anything. I said something like, "So are we gonna do this?" And this poor goober defaults to thinking I meant trying to get whatever whiskey concoction stain that was on my top out of it. Eventually did get around to that, albeit after I had to explicitly explain that no, laundry wasn't my priority at the moment, and we finally got on the same page regarding the order of the activities. Anyways, yeah, that was ages ago. We've had the same last name for over 20 years now, and have had joint legal responsibility over several young humans for the majority of that time as well. My friend sent me a picture of her tits, and I complimented the stained glass windows behind her. We are 15 here. Invited her to hang out after school and ask her if she wants to go to this local record store or if she wants to save that for our second date. She responds, "Okay bro, now let's go now." Then we split a soda that I bought for her on a park bench as she's leaving. After about 90 minutes, she says, "We gotta do this again." Us chilling on that bench was like out of movie scene, and I respond, "Out of act 1 of a rom-com?" She responds, "More like act 2, and walks away. A month later she was shocked when I asked her out, cause she thought I would never like her. I was in college when this took place. I worked on campus at a buffet, and I worked with this cute Indian girl. She was really shy, but steadily opened up over time. We were working together one day, and she said, "Hey, have you ever tried Indian food?" I hadn't, so I said no. And she said, "There's a new Indian restaurant opening in town." I said, "Oh cool." And she said, "I'm going tomorrow," and kinda trailed off. Me being the dumbass, I said, "Nice, have fun, let me know how it is." It wasn't until a year or so later, when neither of us worked there anymore and had no contact with each other, that my friend told me, "Yeah, she opened the door for you and you left it wide open." I kick myself for that sometimes. Not to say I had feelings for her, but she was pretty, and it was a connection I wouldn't have minded exploring. Edit. To those saying it was too subtle, I agree. I was never the type to assume, and I certainly didn't have the confidence to invite myself. Looking back though, I see how a more confident man could have seen the signs and capitalized on the opportunity, lol. Went swimming with a guy in our group of friends and asked him if he thought my bikini was cute. He was, yeah, looks fine, and walked away. I told a mutual friend after, and I think she clued him in, because the rest of the day he was very awkward, lol. Am I stupid, or is this hint literally nigh undetectable? If someone asks me if I think their piece of clothing is cute, I'll just answer and then be on my way. There is not a single universe or deviant timeline where I would be like, oh, she is flirting with me. Like, I thought this thread was about throwing hints, not neutriness. We were 16, maybe 17. Standing outside this little coffee shop we'd go to all the time in high school. We were outside smoking. It was the 90s. Everyone smoked, in January in Minnesota. I snuggled up to his back and said, oh, you're so warm, can I steal your heat? And he said, yeah, sure. We stood there for what felt like forever, with me pressed up against him. And then he asked if could go in, because his friend was about to start playing the guitar. I felt stupid and went home. He called me 2 days later and straight up asked if I liked him. I said yes. He said he had no idea until my friend clued him in. We dated for 6 months. Then he cheated on me, so that wasn't great, but it was super fun up until then. Back in high school, my friend and I had been hanging out more one-on-one. We got dinner, went bowling, went to the movies. He was driving me home one night and said, you know, I had a huge crush on you in elementary school. I moved in 6th grade and we reconnected in high school. I replied, I had a huge crush on other boy, remember? Didn't realize what he was saying until it was way too late. I usually just nod while they tell me what dude they are interested in. That's all, folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening. Tell your friends about me.